Hello and welcome everybody to another Edge of Eternities draft. I'm Paul Cheon, and today we have some climbing to do. We went 5-3 with a really nice Dimir control deck. One of my better control decks that I feel like I had. We kind of let it slip through our fingertips. I look back, I did make a crucial error in the last game, but that was yesterday. Now we're going to do a little more winning, hopefully with a deck just as powerful. Now, before we hop into this draft, just wanted to say that this video is brought to you by TCGplayer.com. Go to TCGplayer.com for all your Magic the Gathering singles and sealed product needs. Whether you need some booster boxes of Edge of Eternities or you wanted some singles for your constructed decks, check out TCGplayer.com. Make sure you hit that affiliate link in the description below before making any purchases. Also, go to HeavyPlay.com for premium Magic the Gathering supplies and accessories. They are your one-stop shop for all your Magic the Gathering supplies. Deck boxes, playmats, sleeves, dice boxes, everything you need for your next tabletop gaming experience. Go to heavyplay.com/paulcheon for 10% off your first order. They're also basically every Magic the Gathering convention. If you ever see their booth, tell them Paul sent you for 10% off in person as well. All right, here we go. We opened Quantum Riddler last time. Really hard to beat that, but you know what? I can't say that my opens have been bad in the last two drafts. Nova Hellkite is fantastic. I mean, 5 mana, 4/5 haste. We all know what this card does. One of the better rares in the set. Extremely powerful, but this is also a really good pack. We're passing Dubious Delicacy, which is one of Black's best uncommons. Specimen Freighter is okay, along with the Depressurize and a Halia Ascendant Cadet. But I think if I was not taking the Nova Hellkite, I would definitely take Dubious Delicacy and just know that the person I'm passing to very likely will be taking this card. All right, pack 1, pick 2. What do we have? Okay, we have lots of different directions here we can go. We have Faller's Faithful at uncommon, Cryogen Relic at common, and then we have Focus Fire and Night Luminary as well. Now, and then there's also Galactic Wayfarer. So literally these are the two best commons in the format, along with Banishing Light, and they're right here. Rare is missing and a Faller's Faithful. Well, I did just draft blue in the last one. You know, I'm kind of feeling some Faller's Faithful. I feel like I haven't been doing as well with the red-black deck, so I want to just see. And this is a very powerful uncommon. So let's take that, but noting that, yes, Cryogen Relic and also the Galactic Wayfarer would have been fantastic pickups in the previous pack. All right, pack 1, pick 3. Harmonious Grovestrider stands out to me as the best card in this pack. There's also a Kov Landseeker and a Night Luminary as options as well. But I think between those three cards, I think the Grovestrider is the best card. So I'm just going to take that here. And, you know I passed the Galactic Wayfarer, but if I continue seeing good green cards, then whatever. Right? Like, we're just in the beginning. I think it's more important to just try to figure out where you need to be and take the best card in each pack. Here, I will take Orbital Plunge. I think it is the best of the commons available here and better than the Specimen Freighter. And it's a red card to go with the Nova Hellkite. So happy enough picking that up. Good to see that pick 4. And okay, now there's a pack with literally no red, green, or black card that I want. Noting that I'm not really seeing any black here after the Faller's Faithful. There's a Memorial Team Leader, but I really hate this card in general. So I just don't even know if I want to take it. I'm going to take the Mechan Assembler just because I think seeing this pick 5 could be some indication that maybe an artifact deck is open in blue. So I will take that here, and noting that I'm not really missing out on too much by speculating on the Mechan Assembler there. All right, here, pack 1, pick 6. We have Plasma Bolt, Selfcraft Mechan, and Wandering Fumarole, along with a Halia pick 6. So a lot of solid options. So here I will take the Plasma Bolt. It is unclear that I should move into blue-red artifact. So given that I'm not 100% sure, I'd rather just take the good red removal spell. Because if there's one color that's seemingly open from what I've seen, it's red. But noting that a late Selfcraft Mechan along with the Fumarole could be an indication that blue-red is where we need to be. But not 100%, right? Not 100%. All right, pack 1, pick 7. There is a Hull Carver, but black's been pretty dry outside of the Faller's Faithful that we saw. So not sure that I want to take that. Not the strongest pack here. I think I'm just going to take a Pinnacle Killship as just a random top-end win condition here. All right, pack 1, pick 8. That is a very late Eumidian Terrabotanist. By far the best card in this pack. So I think I'm going to take it here. and see if green is a direction we can go. Wouldn't mind that. I mean, certainly green-red ramp is where Pinnacle Killship is at its best. Here, I'll take a Fungal Colossus. If I do end up going 3 colors, this can be a totally fine inclusion in those decks. This pack has absolutely nothing. I'll just take the Fate Maker here. Boosters. Yeah, I mean, blue didn't seem that open either. I mean, this was just kind of a tricky draft in general. It's one of those, I'm pretty sure everybody knows what they're doing type drafts. That's what it feels like here so far. All right, moving on to Pack 2, Pick 1. This pack is loaded. There is a Pinnacle Emissary, which if we were blue-red artifacts would be fantastic, but we're not. I didn't really see too many white cards, so there's a Starfield Shepherd that I don't want to take. I mean, this is tough. There's like a bunch of great cards, but not in like the core colors that we're looking to be, which is like, I mean, right now it's probably red-green, right? Even though I could see a world where we're red-blue. So for me, I think I'm just taking Galactic Wayfarer. It's just like the most consistently solid card here to take. I'm looking to ramp. The Zookeeper Mechan would also be fine, but I do think it's considerably worse than the Wayfarer, so I will take the Wayfarer here. All right, so let's clean up a little bit here. All right, Cut Propulsion is a totally fine removal spell. And it's probably the best card in this pack as well, so I'll just take it here as another removal spell. And here, I really do like Use Social Engineering. There's also Invasive Maneuvers. Wow, lots of good uncommons here. Vote Out, Desculpting Blast, also very good. A bunch of good commons too. Night Luminary, Virus Beetle, Diplomatic Relations, and a second kill ship. I think I like Use Social Engineering a lot, specifically in red-green. So I'm going to take it here over some of the interactive spells. I already have 4 removal effects. I would rather have an effect like Use Social Engineering based off of this start. All right, well, that's a 4th pick Cryogen Relic, but I don't know. I just don't feel like I should be green. So for me, it's like Sunset Saboteur is good, but not necessarily on the splash. So what are we considering? Don't really want to take a Thawbringer this early. I think it's between Orbital Plunge or Interceptor Mechan on the splash. And I'm just going to take the Orbital Plunge and not worry about my splash color just yet. Here, I'll take Territorial Bruntar. We have lots of removal, and I don't really care for a second Plasma Bolt. Like, red-green isn't as good at triggering Void, and I can certainly use Territorial Bruntar as a nice late-game win condition with what we have so far. Certainly could use some more cheap cards. You know, more Galactic Wayfarers, Zookeeper Mechans, even some Blooming Stingers would be nice ways to fill out our curve. But I do really like our interactive suite. And if you think about it, I mean, Use Social Engineering is like a bad 3-drop. You can play this on turn 3, or maybe better, you play this on turn 4, and then you play it, and then you play a land, and then you play another 2-drop. That would be good. Here, we'll take another Harmonious Grovestrider over Nebula Dragon. We already have a 7-drop and a 6-drop, and this card is fantastic in red-green. All right, I will take the Plasma Bolt now. All right. Here, we'll take a Tapestry Warden, but not super interested in... Oh! All right, red is mega open. Zookeeper Mechan. We almost first picked this card tabled. Very, very happy to see that. And yeah, all right. Well, this is, you know, these are the cards that I have right now, and I'm pretty happy with all of them. Don't need more, like, little creature removal, probably. And I guess I should bring, like... Drix Fate Maker is never really a card I want in red-green. I think I'd rather play the Sky Stinger. Here we have absolutely nothing, so I'm going to rare draft. Ooh, Pilk. I mean, I'll take a second. Honestly. Oh, and a Thawbringer here? Okay, well, now I don't have to play the Sky Stinger necessarily. And these are all maybe cards. Fungal Colossus. I mean, right now, there's no reason to be in a 3rd color. So, don't have to play the Colossus. But, I mean, we have 8 creatures, double kill ship, some removal. Really, really like this start here so far. Larval Scoutlander is fantastic. There's a Blooming Stinger. There's also Cryogen Relic. I got to call that one out. But I think it's a pretty easy Larval Scoutlander here for us. Red-green is also really good at generating a bunch of landers. So being able to sack a lander to get 2 lands is very nice. Here we have, wow, a Harmonious Grovestrider, a Bruntar, and a Diplomatic Relations. I mean, I think my removal is decent. I'm just going to take another Grovestrider. Let's go. How many Grovestriders is too many? How many is too many? We have what? 1, 2, 3 ways to make landers. We have a scout lander as well to get a bunch of lands. This works really well with the U-Social Engineering and the Eumidian Terra Botanist. So, you know, but noting that we do have the ability to splash if we wanted. The question is, do we need to, right? Here, like for example, I can splash Mouth of the Storm or take Ice Cave Crasher. And honestly, I just kind of want to beat down, and I have 2 Pinnacle kill ships. I'm just gonna, because I have 2 good 7-drops already and I don't have any 4s, I think I'm just gonna take the Ice Cave Crasher here. Let's just keep it simple here and just draft a responsible 2-color deck. Swarm Yard. Do I have any insects? 1, 2. Swarm Yard's interesting. I could still use some good spells. Like Moxide and Biosynthetic Burst can be good. I'll take the Biosynthetic Burst. I'm still in the market to take good tricks. And I think 1 copy of Biosynthetic Burst, like Biosynthetic Burst with Harmonious Grovestrider is an incredible combo. Like I can just deal 8 damage out of nowhere. And I think having 1 copy here is pretty good. All right, here we have Bombard and Tapestry Warden. There's also another one here. I forgot I had this. I can certainly play this too if I want. What's our creature count? 11. Guess I'll take Bombard, but I just don't really love Bombard in general. Here's an Ore Plate Pangolin, but man, I have like no artifacts, right? I have 5. I think I'm just gonna take Orbital Plunge here. Here, nothing really that great. There's a Slagdrill Scrapper and a Nutrient Block. I can't really use the Nutrient Block at all. I guess I'll take the Scrapper, but unlikely to play it. All right, there's a Nebula Dragon, another good top-end card. So we are absolutely loaded here at the top end. And basically the game plan here is to just survive. Oh, Blooming Stinger, yes, please. Really needed that. Yeah, I mean, I'm liking this deck now, noting that it is a little bit on the slow side, for sure. But that's just sometimes kind of the nature of this format, so hopefully we'll be okay. And like I said, these are all the cards that I think I want to play. I'm just not playing Chrome Companion here, so I would take the Chrome Companion like maybe as a sideboard card. Ooh, Swarm Yard. You don't need much for the Swarm Yard to be decent. But like, how many? But we only have like 2 insects, I guess. So it's not that many. All right. You know, maybe I'll try the Swarm Yard. Let's take a look at. I think these are basically the only other options that I want to play. So we got to cut 3 cards. Let's take a look here. Our creature count's at 14, and I do want to have it be pretty high. Now, noting that the U-Social Engineering is also something that you can more or less consider a creature in this type of deck. Our curve is obscenely high. By the way, Sky Stinger, it's an insect. And I kind of need to deal with flyers, and we don't have a whole lot of 3, so I think I'm going to play that. I actually feel like I'm probably going to have to cut the Biosynthetic Burst here, mostly just because I'm not really curving out, and so like I just don't have enough cheap creatures here for the Biosynthetic Burst, I think, to be good enough. I think in this type of deck, I'd rather have like, you know, just like an actual removal spell in something like the Bombard. Here, the question now also becomes like, am I a little bit too heavy on top end? Which can certainly be the case here. And if so, which one is the worst of my top end cards? All right, I'm going to cut the Bombard. Okay. I think that I like this setup here, and I just need to figure out the last card for the deck, I think. Yeah, I'm just going to play the Tapestry Warden for curve purposes. Just to have like a solid, beefy creature on 4 to go with the Ice Cave Crasher and not play the Bombard just because I want to keep my creature count. Basically, I just wanted another creature here, and I think the Warden is probably better than all these other cards. I think the Dragon is a stronger card, but I feel like for this deck with my curve, I want to just play the Warden. All right, let us give this a whirl. Red-green, nothing too crazy. We do have some top end. We'll see what happens. All right, now before round one starts, just wanted to say that if you've been enjoying this content and wanted to support the channel in a different way, I do have a Patreon. That's patreon.com/paulcheon. Access to the Patreon gives you access to my Discord channel, which I believe is a really great way to join an awesome community of folks also looking to up their game. Also, I do monthly streams and videos for the Patreon as well. So lots of benefits. Check it out. All right, gonna keep this. We have the Swarm Yard here. Turn 2, I will play the Zookeeper Mechan, though. They played a Eumidian Terrabotanist. What do I want to play? I could kill the Terrabotanist. Sure. Prevent some life gain, although, and then next turn I can actually, like, double spell, which is pretty good. Alright. I don't think I need to sack the lander just yet, but we'll see. Okay, so we'll go... Yeah, I don't need to ramp anymore. So we'll just do this. Play a Thawbringer, and we have a really good board. And I'll take the Ice Cave Crasher. Orbital Plunge on Thawbringer. Oh, yeah, I mean, I do have the Swarm Yard, right? So, fair enough. I think I still want to crack this lander. Like, getting more lands in play also is pretty nice with the Zookeeper Mechan. So... But we are kind of out of action, to be fair. Okay, let's get a land, get some triggers. Harmonious Grovestrider, what a draw. Now, normally I would have wanted to use Orbital Plunge here. But I actually think I'm just going to attack with the Ice Cave Crasher. Trample over, and then just play the Grovestrider. Because that way, if they play a Germinating Worm, I can then use the Orbital Plunge to get it out of the way and attack with everything. Alright, they're sacking a lander here. Getting an island, okay. Our opponent going quite deep. Alright, and that is a land. I don't think I need to keep the regeneration on this up, so... Let's just beat down. This is not an insect, so... I mean, this is 14 damage coming. They're going to be at 5 life here. So, hopefully, that means we can have enough here. Now, granted, they have a huge edge in terms of actual cards in hand. So, this can be tricky. Like, if they play Germinating Worm, obviously we're totally fine here. But if they kill my Grovestrider, which is tough to do, but if they do, then that's going to be annoying. But noting that if they do kill my Grovestrider, it's going to cost a lot of mana, and then I still have the ability to use my Zookeeper Mechan to pump something. Additionally, I have the Orbital Plunge as a way to clear blockers out of the way too. Starfield Vocalist. Okay, well this is terrifying. Oh, never mind. You know, that was like the least scary Starfield Vocalist I've ever seen. Alright. Fair enough. We had very similar decks, except they went a little bit deeper with their colors. Okay, a lot of bit deeper. A lot of bit deeper. But you know what? Look, I can't fault people. Like, if you have a bunch of landers, I can't fault you for trying to go over the top, which we chose not to do. We actively didn't. I mean, we already had too many 7s anyways. Like I said, I love Mouth of the Storm in general, but I really don't think it's like that much better than something like a Pinnacle kill ship, and we already had 2. Now, at that point in the draft, had we not had any 7 drops, I would have taken it 100%. But when you already have like 2 Pinnacle kill ships and a Nebula Dragon, you just don't need another effect like that, generally speaking. At that point, you'd rather shore up the cheaper part of your mana curve. All right, opponent on the play here. We have 2 forests, a 7-drop, a 5-drop. I've got a mulligan that. This is rough. I suppose I keep. Like, I'm really afraid of getting run over, so which is the reason why I am keeping the cut propulsion here, even though the orbital plunge is a more powerful card. Like, given that I'm on the draw, like if my opponent was playing some kind of like green-white deck, like I just really wanted to make sure I had a removal spell. Never mind, my opponent went 1 drop into Sunset Saboteur, so you know what? This could very easily be another one of those very, very popular non-games that exist in this format. Alright, we'll sack the forest, get a pair of mountains. I mean, this is just too much yeah, like... I mean, I have to kill the Saboteur here. I mean, look, I also didn't do anything, so like most hands would have beaten me. But obviously, like, a Saboteur specifically is very, very annoying. Does that feel good? Does discarding Harmonious Grovestrider to 2-for-1 myself to kill Sunset Saboteur only for it to get countered, does that feel good? No. They might have a bounce spell here too. Whatever they have though, it's just not going to be good for me. Like this is a Lost in Space or something. Or Desculpting Blast, sure. And the reason why I play the Orbital Plunge is I want it to be, if I draw a land, I want it to be able to go Cut Propulsion plus Sky Stinger. But I think my opponent's on 4 lands, all spells. So I don't think this matters. Again, I have to kill the Sunset Saboteur. Wow, this is such a brutal card. How do you put Ward discard a card on a 2-drop? Right? Like, how do you do that? With Menace. I mean, I guess maybe they're like hoping it's a constructed card? Well, we're just dead. Alright, well. Let's keep going. Let's keep going. I mean, when you draft these lander ramp decks, like you're gonna lose a percentage of your games just because you just don't have the ramp parts of your deck and you have all the expensive stuff. And I will fully admit that my deck is certainly on the higher end with mana curve, but it's weird, like I feel like you kind of need to do that to have success in this format. But obviously when I have a hand with like the turn 2 Terrabotanist, like it looks a lot better. And I have a Nova Hellkite here to eat up this Chrome Companion. Wow. Okay, let us warp this in. Oh gosh. All right. Well, that was savage. My opponent is at 14 and missed the land drop. Yep, and you know, unfortunately, this might be another one of those non-games. If my opponent, like, unless my opponent draws a land here, they absolutely have to play a land here. All right, there you go. We got a game. Look, I want to play a real game. What is the best thing they can play? Cryo Shatter on Ice Cave Crasher would be great. For us, a land would be ideal, right? Just like any land to just slam the Nova Hellkite and go for it. Galactic Wayfarer, okay. And that is in fact a land. Attack! Offer the trade with the Galactic Wayfarer. If they block, they take 9. It's just too much. They just fell behind. Yeah, and look, in this instance, it was absolutely me playing my silly busted rare that just they couldn't beat. And maybe that's part of what makes this format a little bit weird, because like there's like 30% of commons which are terrible, and then there's like the gulf in power. But I guess that also happens often in limited. So it is what it is. All right, like this hand is absolutely a keep, but I can totally see just dying. But we'll see what happens here. I have 3 lands: Cut Propulsion, Larval Scoutlander, and Thawbringer. They went turn 1 Slagdrill Scrapper into... Okay, nothing. Whew. All right, and we did draw a land here. They're probably going to play a 3-drop, right? All right, Caesurian Voidborn, sure. Get a Thawbringer going. I'll keep the Orbital Plunge. Orbital Plunge into Larval Scoutlander is pretty nice. Although I guess I don't need to do it just yet. I mean, this feels like a turn where they're gonna play Gravkill most likely. I've had this thing like almost kill me and get out of hand, so I just don't want to deal with any nonsense here. Okay. I'm a little bit surprised. Swarm Color. These are all not particularly strong things that my opponent's doing. Do I attack? This is like a weird mana... This is like a very awkward mana turn. Like, I can either play the Scoutlander or play Ice Cave Crasher. I think I'm just gonna attack. Okay. I'll keep Tapestry Warden. Yeah, just put the pressure. Like, just because you can do this doesn't mean you have to, right? With the Larval Scoutlander. I just feel like playing a large creature is just going to be better here for the most part. Next turn, if they play like a big creature, I can go like Cut Propulsion plus Larval Scoutlander as an option. Whoa. Okay, they warped in an Anti-Causal Vestige, getting value. That card comes into play tapped, whatever this may be. Territorial Bruntar, sheesh. Alright, well. Yeah, I mean, I'm getting in for 7 here. We are gonna try to kill this Bruntar. Are they gonna sack a land to try to find more action? They sure are. And then we can try to hopefully finish things off in the air. Anti-causal vestige, so I can't really attack into that. Alright. Do I try to draw a 3-drop? I guess so, because they could just kill this, right? So let's just, like, see if we draw a 3-drop or less. Damn it, we hit you social engineering. I guess it's not so great here on this board, but still. I don't know. Let me know what you think. Like, would you have... Am I supposed to hold the land there? Like, I know my curve is high. I mean, I can obviously draw more lands, but, like, I just think there's a really high chance that the Bruntar just dies. Which is why I did it this way. Zookeeper Mechan, and no attacks from them, probably. Stationing the Debris Field Crusher doesn't seem great. Okay, oh, there's another land. Alright. This one, we're gonna hit something. Eumidian Terrabotanist, I mean, that's something. Let's just get that off the battlefield so I can start attacking with the Bruntar. Chrome Companion, okay. Alright, well, you know, lands or spells are reasonable draws here, and we have a pretty good board. They are sacrificing lands, looking for answers here. We'll see what we can pull off here. Systems Override into Beamsaw Prospector. Into Station the Debris Field Crusher makes a lot of sense. Alright, I mean, good plays from the opponent here. I'm glad they don't have an Embrace Oblivion, or I guess they still could. If they did, the game's probably over. Okay, they didn't. Woo! Orbital Plunge. Oh my. Yep. Alright. Just enough at the top end there for us to win. We are now 2-1. Wait, 3-1? I don't remember anymore. 2-1, 3-1. 3-1. Wow. These games are fast, but I guess that's what Gruul decks kind of tend to do. Alright, on the play here. Got a turn 2 Blooming Stinger. Got some top end. Just need to draw land number 4 to get Orbital Plunge going so that it kind of unlocks my hand. I lead with Forest here. I think our opponent mulliganed. Alright, we found Cut Propulsion. So, have something to, you know, if they play like like Station Monitor or something, we have an answer. Alright. No creature here, but a lot of our creatures are at the top end anyways. We just have a lot of removal to kind of survive in the early game. Let's see what they do. Illivoy Infiltrator. I mean, I'm kind of killing anything here. And the Infiltrator is always a scary card to have in play anyways. Especially this early, so I'd rather just kill it here. If I draw land, that would be very nice. Oh, we drew a land. That's amazing. Okay, so given that, I guess we just play the Grovestrider. It's a 5/5 Ward 2. It's really tough to deal with. They need to have, like... I mean, Cryo Shatter and Oblivion Ring definitely get it done, but... Alright, there's the Cryo Shatter. It basically kind of eats up their whole turn. Why did they have to leave up 2 blue? Mental modulation? Oh, synthesizer lab ship, sure. Okay. Orbital plunge, number 2. Don't think I need to use this one just yet. I'm going to crack the lander here. Let's go get a mountain. And then I'll play the Thawbringer. Like, you want to crack the lander, obviously, first before you surveil. And then I'll keep Nova Hellkite. And I'll attack with the Blooming Stinger. So 20 to 12. Got 2 decent-sized attackers and 2 removal spells in hand with a Nova Hellkite and a Bruntar. So we have a lot of really, really strong options here, depending on what they play. I feel like we kind of have answers to almost anything. That's really good. Mechanizoa there was really good. So now what do I want to kill? You know what I mean? It's like, do I kill the lab ship? They also gain 2 life here, by the way, which is quite annoying. I mean, I feel like it's just kill the lab ship. We're at 16. Not interested in racing anymore. Let's just throw that out there. 5, 6, 7, 8. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This one's actually tricky on whether or not I sack this lander because I have this Bruntar. 2 cards in hand for the opponent. If they have another removal, like the Mechanizoa was perfect just because it was a large body. Ah. Ooh, that is super interesting. They get to hit me for 8? Dear Lord. Do I want a random Death Touch creature here? Yeah, I do, actually. I do. Man, too bad I can't, like, Blooming Stinger the Nova Hellkite, right? That would be pretty sick. Alright. Yeah, I mean, I don't mind this, like, having the Stinger to be able to block the Mechanizoa and then use the Hellkite as a way to win in these skies seems pretty good. And they just don't have great attacks here. They have 1 card left. And if they kill my Hellkite, then I can start going to town and try to get value off the Bruntar. Swarmyard. Very interesting. I'm going to hold it, though, because I have the Bruntar. Who's got more heavy hitters? Yeah, I mean, it's kind of tough, right? It's like, if let's say they drew Banishing Light, what do? You know what I mean? Probably need to kill the Hellkite, but then the Bruntar just takes over too. Okay, our opponent has tanked for their entire turn, and now they're passing. Okay, let's play Swarmyard and see what we hit. Okay, Zookeeper Mechan. Guess I can play it. 2 cards in hand. What do I do? I think I'm just gonna make an... Well... Yeah, let's make an aggressive line here. Let's try to go for the cut propulsion. And then just attack with everything. Like, I'm not really in danger of dying here, right? So if they Radiant Strike the Territorial Bruntar, I suppose, they go to 1. Oh, Desculpting Blast. Okay, yeah. I mean, that's not necessarily a winning line. Okay, fair enough. Yeah, like, we just overwhelmed them with all of our top-end cards. The Bruntar, if left unchecked, is ridiculous, and obviously Nova Hellkite is silly as well. Even just like, even without the warp or the 1 damage, just a nice 5-mana 4/5 hasting flyer is always going to be a very, very good card. All right, on the play here, our first play is the Orbital Plunge. Hopefully we can find something that costs 1, 2, or 3 mana over the next few turns. Wow, the perfect draw in Zookeeper Mechan. So now we can play an Orbital Plunge on turn 3. Which is tremendous. Don't Virus Beetle me. I just don't want to see a Virus Beetle. Okay, this is okay. Oh, you got me. Here's my question. Like, why don't... Maybe just attack with Hull Carver. Anyways, I'm gonna kill the Hull Carver. The reason why I'm killing the Hull Carver here is just because I have Harmonious Grovestriders. So I'm gonna need to get this off the board anyways. Oh, well, they just found another Death Toucher, which is annoying, but it is what it is. I'm going to play this a little bit slower here and see if I can get Blooming Stinger to trade with the Galactic Wayfarer here. Like, they've been pretty aggressive, so I'm hoping they continue that trend. Or maybe I attack with the Wayfarer and they block. You know what I mean? Darn. Alright, good. Got them to use Grav Kill on a Sky Stinger. Take this damage. Crack the land. Bit of Forest. Okay. Ice Cape Crasher and Grovestrider. $14. Yeah, I guess I play this. Like, basically the hope here is that I draw a removal spell for the Blooming Stinger. We used 1 Orbital Plunge. We have 2 Plasma Bolts, a Cut Propulsion, 2 more Orbital Blasts, Orbital Plunges, and 2 Pinnacle Kill Ships. Like, this deck actually has a decent number of interaction. I actually have not drawn Pinnacle Kill Ship yet at all, which is a little bit sad. But I also feel the need to pressure my opponent before they get to Survey Mechan activation, which is 8 mana, but potentially 7 if they can find, you know, a 3rd land type. Perigee Beckoner, okay. Sure. Yeah, this is not great. Well, I mean, look, my board is still very good. I'm just afraid of the Mechan, that's all. Like, they're not really able to attack me too well either. We call this the removal spell waiting room. Death touch creatures, my only weakness. How did they know? Comet Crawler, okay. Territorial Bruntar, okay. Maybe my opponent doesn't know my Bruntar has reach. Just give me a Pinnacle Kill Ship. Pinnacle Kill Ship, please. Plasma Bolt also works. Plasma Bolt absolutely works. They're at 14 life. They're going to have to make some tough blocks, I think. Alternatively, I can just attack with these two and then play the Ice Cave Crasher. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I think I'd rather just play an Ice Cave Crasher. Okay, that's fine. A land would be so good because I have this Bruntar. Wow, that is so slow. But I mean, it's something still for sure. Yeah. Okay. Ho ho ho! What an incredible draw. Orbital Plunge on... I don't even know. Is it the 4/5? And just be happy with the trades? I'm at 10? Well, they have to chump the Grovestrider, right? Oh, I tapped wrong. Oh well. Oh my gosh, ultimate punishment for tapping wrong. Holy cow. Ultimate punishment. That was so bad. Oh, that was so bad. Alright, they're at 1. Yeah, I mean, that could have literally cost me the game. I just was not thinking. That is a really stupid decision on my part. Like, just straight up boneheaded decision on my part. Oh, man. Okay. I am just not playing my best Magic. You know what I mean? I just don't feel like I'm playing good Magic right now. I want to give the Ice Cave Crasher trample. Yeah, I mean, if they have a Grav Kill here or something. Yeah. I mean, I absolutely just deserve to lose this game. Like, there's just no ifs, ands, or buts about this. Like, I 100% do not deserve to win this game. They're also getting a ton of value. Like, I probably should have just killed a zoo if fit and try to go for a longer game. And the thing is, I drew really well too. But my opponent played better than I did. And I'm going to lose because of it. I got to shake this off. But I mean, this is... Do I have a burn? Okay, I do have Plasma Bolt in my deck. Oh my gosh. I don't deserve this. I literally don't deserve this. I don't deserve this. Oh my gosh. No, look. If I could get pink from embarrassment, I would be pink. Because I literally just like... I don't know. I mean, I will say, it did feel like my opponent did have the late game inevitability with, like, first of all, they didn't use Graph Kill on my Territorial Bruntar, so they must have drawn it. Secondly, with Zuifit and the Survey Mechan in play, I felt like I needed to attack. If I just sit around, I thought it was going to get worse for me. So we were able to force through some damage there. But I should have left up a green mana for the Blooming Stinger. And when I drew the Orbital Plunge, I don't know what I was supposed to kill, though. I'm really not sure. But I think killing the Perigee Beckoner when they can get it back with the Zuifit was not it. Alright, anyways, let's shake that off. Hopefully they play a 1 toughness creature here. Nope, they're just going to play Biomechan Engineer. We'll go with Thawbringer. If it's a land, do I want it? Yeah, I guess I do. Don't want this land. Alright, our opponent playing for the late game here. Ice Cave Crasher, okay. Gonna try to maximize on damage and hope that that's one of their only big creatures left. Ooh, and we got there. Yeah, so their hand is... I mean, they had double Biomechan Engineer, Galactic Wayfarer, Ice Cave Crasher, but... hopefully, we can just super punish them. They're gonna take 8 damage here, go to 5. And then we have an Orbital Plunge. So, not bad. Alright. Hey, Biosynthetic Burst was fine. But they didn't get to sack their lander, right? So I guess they could have diplomatic relations here to kill my Ice Cave Crasher. But I do have the Orbital Plunge here to take care of the Engineer. Now, they do have a lot of mana up, so that makes me... I mean, I guess I'm still just doing it, and if they have another Biosynthetic, whatever. Sure. I mean, they could have done that previously, so it's not a big deal. Alright, they're at 5. They need to find an answer to this Nova Hellkite. They didn't have Cryo Shatter previously, which is good. A land would be really good, because then I can go Tapestry Warden plus Lander. So let's play a land here to play around the counterspell, the 2-mana counter. Hit for 5, and that's lethal. But they can sack the Terrabotanist, so... So they're going to go to 1 from this. But I will be able to play Pinnacle Killship next turn. Alright, what you got? I mean, this is just like both players had really, really good draws, right? And I played a Nova Hellkite. Thawbringer is not going to do it. Well, no, if they have diplomatic relations, it would. Alright, let's crack this lander. Get a forest. All right. I bet when my opponent saw their hand, they were like, "I can't lose." Their hand was really good. They just didn't have enough interaction. But like, Biomech Engineer into Galactic Wayfarer, usually you're gonna win those games. But we had a really fast, aggressive start. We're 6-1. We should be 5-2. We'll take it, and hopefully we can get a trophy this time. All right, opponent on the play here. We have too many expensive cards in Plasma Bolt. So I will have to ship this back, unfortunately. This hand I'll keep because I have 2 different kinds of lands. And what do I want to bottom? I think I'm just going to bottom the Cut Propulsion. I think I need like a top-end creature to kind of rely on. And given that I have this Plasma Bolt, I feel good about, you know, some of my early plays here. Umbral Collar Zealot, sure. Would like lands. I kept the 2-lander after a mulligan. Cryogen Relic, public enemy number 1. Oh, they missed the land drop though. Okay. They might have to crack it now if they don't have a land in hand. Hey, I mulliganed, alright? I mulliganed. It's not like I'm punishing their draw, you know what I mean? Like, I'm all in on this Grovestrider. Maybe they just tilt concede. They seem pretty upset. I mean, granted, I would be too. Oh, okay. Never mind, their deck is busted. They're gonna hit a land here and everything will be fine. Yep. And we drew a Plasma Bolt and a Bruntar. The most awkward of hands. Oh, this deck is outrageously powerful. Double Relic Codecracker Hound? The Ilvoy Lightjammer seems a little out of place. This is ridiculous. What are these draws? Like, I'll take a land or a creature I can play. I'm definitely drawing a Pinnacle Killship now. Holy cow. Good stuff. They're drawing so many cards. They actually have to discard. They drew a Hull Carver? Alright, enough of you. Three Cryogen Relic. I mean, you know what? We're playing for a trophy. you're going to run into these decks. I'll take a land. A land actually would not be bad here. Tapestry Warden's kind of awful. I'm at 20. I do feel like Dimir might have some issues with a use social engineering that's resolved. So, gonna go with that. Like, you have to assume their hand is just like a million counterspells. So we're gonna have to find a way to grind through all the removal. Okay, the mediocre cards are coming out in full force now. What do I do? I need to deal with these flyers, that's what I need to do. Six cards in hand for the opponent. Perigee Beckoner, okay. Sure. Didn't think I'd double block, did ya? Graph Pack Monoist, alright. Well, the issue here is I'm just gonna die to all these flyers. Like, I have this Bruntar, but like, feels a little bit sketch, you know what I mean? Just because I feel like it's gonna die. But maybe I have no choice. Yeah, alright. Maybe we can find a 2-drop off of this. This time we'll tap correctly. Nope, we found a 5-drop. I mean, their deck is legitimately like... They have 9 cards left in their deck. Like, they've drawn 11 more cards than we have. Oh, sorry, Codecracker Hound. I mean, they've looked at just an absurd amount of cards. So it's like, their blue card draw is great, and their black creatures, their black cards are... kind of filler level, but doesn't really matter, right? When you're up this many cards, like, you're just gonna die. Is that 4 Cryogen Relics? Okay. 4 Cryogen Relics here. They're gonna sack this. This is crazy. I hope my opponent loses by, like, not paying attention to how many cards they've drawn. That would be something else. Like, the use social engineering is legitimately being pretty good, but it just doesn't matter. You know what I mean? I mean, Sky Stinger blocks flyers. They have the entire world in their hands. Or literally their entire deck is in their hands. 4 Cryogen Relics and a Codecracker Hound. Oof. Oh, that's actually rough. I need the Sky Stinger. I gotta bottom this. I mean, their deck is very good. Okay. Didn't see the Swarm Yard coming, did ya? Not that it matters. Okay. They have 2 cards left in their library. Where are all their lands? 11, 12. Isn't the rest of their hand like lands? Right? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 11, 12. Presumably they have 17 lands. 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. So they only have like 1 other gas card left. Not that it matters, but I mean, maybe they're on 16 lands because they have 4 Cryogen Relics. I could see that being the case. All right. I mean, not much we can do. Like, not only like we had the absolute worst possible hand against a mana screwed opponent that had only card draw spells. Like, I literally just didn't have any creatures to play. Also, I have yet to drop. Wait, have I? I don't know that I've drawn Pinnacle Killship yet. I still need to find. I don't think it would have mattered in that match. I'm just saying it's just like really surprising to me that I have yet to draw Pinnacle Killship. Or I can't remember playing it. Maybe I played one earlier. I don't know. All right, opponent on the play here. We have a cheap interactive spell in the Plasma Bolt. We have a turn 3 Thawbringer and an Orbital Plunge along with a Harmonious Grovestrider. So totally fine hand. I don't like leading with the Mountain when I have Plasma Bolt, just because there's a timing tell where like it just, there's a stop and it kind of gives away that you have a Plasma Bolt almost. Well, turn 2 Biomech and Engineer. That's a good one. Let's kill that. Our hand is pretty good too, but we are on the draw, and they played a turn 2 lander. It's good. Good. Turn 2 Biomech and Engineer into turn 3 Tanic. It's a good mana situation there for them. I'm not sure what to play here. Like, Thawbringer, it's so weird. Like, Thawbringer makes me find a land on the top, which I kind of want. I actually am going to do that, because I want to Orbital Plunge the Tanic if I can. All right. Yeah, like, I can't really... I don't really want the Tanic to just keep going off this way. I wonder if they're going to attack me and then use Biosynthetic Burst. If they have a Biosynthetic Burst, I hope they use it now. Close Encounter? Might be a Close Encounter. Or some kind of removal spell. Yeah, I mean, that is an incredible 1-2 punch there, though. Engineer into Tanic. Oh, it's just a Germinating Worm? Okay, okay. Alright, got Tanic off. I guess they could just play a Germinating Worm, yeah. It's a... Oh, Gene Pollinator doesn't matter too much here. Okay. Yeah, curious whether or not I want to sack the Lander or play the Zookeeper Mechan. I guess I can actually play Zookeeper Mechan. Well, I like playing the Galactic Wayfarer with 2 mana up. Yeah, we'll just crack a Lander. It's better for the Harmonious Grovestrider. Also, like, they could be afraid of a removal spell, right? There's just like a lot of little things here. Bombard, alright, well I guess we'll just crack the Lander now. Yeah, it makes it so next turn I can play a Harmonious Grovestrider as a 7/7. Now, if there's a land I'm not going to keep, I will keep the Bruntar, though. 2 cards in hand. I'm gonna go with... Yeah, I'm gonna play the Grovestrider first to have it soak up a removal spell. And then, hopefully, the Bruntar then lives. Okay. Yep, there's an Orbital Plunge. No lander, at least, for them. Okay, they have 1 card left. Pinnacle Killship is the draw. Would have been good to have it. I had the Mechan in play. But let's play the Bruntar now. Okay, Thawbringer. That's a good sign. Them leading with Thawbringer is a good sign. What? What the hell was that? That was so suspect. Okay, let's play the land here first, see what we hit. Oh! That's a lot of spells. God, I almost don't want to play it, though. You know what I mean? I kind of just want to play a Grovestrider. Yeah. Yeah, I'm just going to do that. Like, I'm at 7 life. They almost attack with the worm. Let's do this. Wow, that's another Grovestrider. All right. Going with the Pinnacle Killship. Most afraid of, like, the Trampler, I guess. I'm at 7. 2 attacks with the Killship will get it done. 2 cards in hand for the opponent. That's a Caveron. But they cannot afford to craft station that. Let's play a land here. See what we hit. Cut Propulsion on Germinating Worm. Okay. Okay, come on. It's been a minute since we got a trophy, but this looks decent at least. We can still play Harmonious Grovestrider here. Oh, a sigh of relief. Let's put Sigh of Relief on the stack. That should be a magic card, Sigh of Relief. Oh, man. Okay. What an emotional draft this one was. Holy cow. Like, there was the one match that I had where I absolutely thought I deserved to win. And I absolutely deserved to, to lose, rather. And I top deck... And I top deck the Nova Hellkite for the win. And if you look, the top end of this was actually quite strong. The issue is I could have used probably a little more early ramp, but finding that right balance is always a little bit tricky in these, like, red-green decks, especially the red-green decks that don't have a lot of natural card draw, right? Like, when you're blue-green, you can smooth out your draws with Cryogen Relics and stuff, but when you're red-green, you really can't. You have Melded Moxite, I suppose, as, like, your only option there. But that being said, the top end of our curve really carried us. The Grovestriders, the Hellkite, the Bruntar, like, these are all just gigantic. And as long as we can kind of survive and get to that point, it was huge. Orbital Plunge was huge. Just, like, by having this removal, dealing with the problematic cards, and also ramping us to where we need to go, this is just exactly what this type of deck wants. Just like a pretty standard Gruul beatdown deck. Didn't get too greedy and draft 3 colors. But all in all, I mean, we prioritized making sure we had enough removal, and this deck had a lot of removal. Like triple Orbital Plunge, cut Propulsion, double Plasma Bolt, and double Pinnacle Kill Ship. That's a lot, right? 3, 4, 5, that's 8 ways to kill things. So just like play big green monsters, kill everything, and win with the last giant monster standing. That was our game plan, and it pretty much played out that way. Now, what are some learnings for myself? Well, probably need to slow down a little bit. The issue is just like, when I do these videos, I want to provide a very nice and streamlined viewing experience. And I will never claim to be the fastest player. Like, I would say that I'm maybe average to maybe even slightly below average speed, right? And so as a result, I definitely try to, I actively try to make quicker decisions here. And of course I can edit the videos as well, but just I've been making a more conscious effort to play a little bit faster, but I think that definitely does come at a cost. And, certainly when I played against that Golgari opponent, I could have taken a little more time to analyze the board and figure out better attacks than just YOLO attack with everything, which isn't always the best thing to do, right? Isn't always the best thing to do, especially with all those death touch creatures. But outside of that, I think, this deck played out pretty well. What's funny is I've had better decks that didn't trophy. Like that Dimir deck, I think was better than this deck, but that deck went 5-3. So you never know. The matchups are all random. Sometimes you just draw really well with an average deck, and sometimes you run into some awesome decks, and that is, of course, the nature of draft. But you know what? We will take it here. Hopefully the first of many trophies in the month of September. Very, very happy with this result. Anyways, thank you so much for watching, as I really do appreciate it. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe button for more daily videos just like this. If you've enjoyed this content and wanted to support the channel in another way, my Patreon is the best way to do so. That's patreon.com/paulcheon. Also check out TCGplayer.com for all your Magic the Gathering singles and sealed product needs. Whether you need some booster boxes of Edge of Eternities or you wanted to pre-order some Spider-Man boxes, check out TCGplayer.com. Hit that affiliate link in the description below before making any purchases. Last but not least, check out heavyplay.com for all your Magic the Gathering supplies and accessories needs. If you need deck boxes, playmats, sleeves, dice boxes, life pads, and more, go to heavyplay.com/paulcheon for 10% off your first order. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you tomorrow.